Shows are fun. Happy Thursday, everyone. What a great show we have today. I'm so excited. And you know why? Because we have a new victim class. One that is now a target for discrimination, even hate. We call them the masked. It seems the Department of Justice is appealing the recent court ruling in order to reinstate the mask mandate on planes, trains, and buses. No word yet on escalators, elevators, or when Tyrus carries me up a flight of stairs. Yes, like a little child. The CDC, which now stands for the Center for Domination and Control, also said that face diapers were still needed for indoor travel, claiming it's to protect our health, but also to protect their authority. True, they fear that this recent ruling makes the CDC as irrelevant as the Cuomo brothers. And while there are new cases of COVID, hospitalizations remain flatter than Leah Thomas in a tube top. So what you're seeing is an essential problem that comes with power. They start loving wars, but they hate ending them. You want evidence? Look at Vietnam or Afghanistan. They went on well past the public's desire for it. Meanwhile, the Patriot Act has more extensions than CAT.
Yeah,
there you go. Look at the drug war. It's still going on, yet Kat and I are winning. Still, it's a war that creates more casualties than it prevents. It's like COVID. They create the problem, then they create a solution that doesn't work and causes permanent damage. And COVID is another war that those in power wish would stick around because it gives them authority to with your freedoms. As Politico points out, public health and legal experts worry it could diminish their power over public health. And did you see how the media reacted to the end of the mask mandate? Not good.
Did announcing the end of the mask mandate literally in the middle of the flight kind of let those a-holes win?
This was basically Donald Trump as a federal judge today.
I don't think this ruling makes a lot of legal sense.
She obviously is clueless.
This is a legal ruling. It is not a scientific ruling.
Well, Diane, it's not only not the right time, it's a little early, but it's not even the right manner in which these mandates were overturned.
The idea that some random federal judge in Florida would overturn the Centers for Disease Control is also a scary precedent to set.
Tubin looks terrible. The fact is, there is no mask confusion. If you want to wear one, knock yourself out. Because if you don't, someone unmasked will, according to Chuckle Bucket Paul Krugman, who predicts violence against the masked. So should we now expect a rash of new mask hate crimes? Isn't that what they kind of want? More conflict created by a new category of division? The pandemic triggers the left's tribal instinct, so much so they created a new protected class, the masked. In identity politics, you have people of color, women, non-binary types, the disabled. Most important, you have the oppressed, who can do no wrong, and oppressors who can do no right. And the masked will fit right in if the media and the Dems have their way. And they will be immune to criticism and always under attack by hateful Republicans. So what's next? Hate crime legislation to protect the masked? And if I choose to wear a mask, will I be appropriating the identity of the authentically masked? Can someone applying for college get special dispensation if they check off the masked box? Will corporations create mask diversity programs to encourage more masks to join the company? Will their unmasked employees someday have to train a masked person to take their job? Will Yankee Stadium have a mask day? Will Hollywood now have movies where one or two characters will be masked all the time? Will there be a groundbreaking TV series in which two masked people kiss? And what if safe spaces will need protection from the unmasked? When you walk into a restaurant, will you be given the choice of sitting in the masked or unmasked section? Will Darth Vader be their Gandhi? Will Slipknot receive a Medal of Honor? Will the Hamburglar finally be given parole? And what of Buckethead? Nope, you don't know who Buckethead is, so I won't even ask. Because this is how leftism works. Identify a group, establish their victimhood, target the oppressor, then blow everything out of proportion to make rare events seem ubiquitous.
Hey, why didn't you hold the door open for me, you jerk? Is it because I'm wearing a mask?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't even see you back there.
Whatever, bigot.
All right, one large latte, and that'll cost extra for the added espresso.
Whoa. Did you really just charge me extra because I'm wearing a mask?
No, extra shots cost more. I don't really follow your logic here, I'm sorry.
Yo, apparently you don't follow science either now, do you mask hater?
Well, you have a very impressive resume, but I'm sorry, we just can't hire you at this time.
Oh, is it because I cover my face?
Well, yeah, actually. I mean, the job is for a literal lipstick model. I need to see your lips.
Oh, yeah? Well, read my lips.
You know I can't.
Your heart is full of hatred.
Terrible person. Of course, it's not like people are saying that you can't wear a mask. Instead, it's about people in power forcing you plebes to wear one. It's why events like the Met Gala, where the powerful pranced around unmasked while the servants remain masked, kind of turn your stomach. It's a reminder of inferior status and how the left craves the distinctions in class. So the extremism isn't coming from the unmasked, but the pro-maskers who privately don't wear them anyway. It reminds me of how the American left viewed burqas. They defended the rights of women to wear them, as if there was a choice. No, in many Islamic countries, if you didn't wear a burqa, Allah help you. You'd be beaten or worse. But instead of the left saying women should be free not to wear a burqa, they said they should be free to wear one. It was devious based on the idea that there could only be one oppressor. And it's always the American public, not radical Islamists. So how long will these poor folks cling to their face diapers? I use that term because many of their champions are but it might become part of their identity forever. It's like a bumper sticker for their face that reads moron on board or I heart groupthink. I say, let them wear them as long as they want. It's like a face tattoo. It's a good way to figure out who would be a bad babysitter. Let's welcome tonight's guests. Her arguments are so well crafted, you'd swear they were Amish. Former State Department spokesperson and Navy Reserve officer Morgan Ortagus. He went from acting to politics because he didn't want to have to switch jobs. President of Vote the R PAC and former Florida Congressman Trey Riddell. She's like a sticky note. Small, bright, and you have to peel her off most surfaces. Fox News contributor Kat Timm. And finally, he did the twist once until a funnel cloud formed. My massive sidekick and the NWA World Television Champion, Tyrus. Morgan, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Nice to be back.
Yes, it is nice to be back for now anyway.
Yeah.
Who knows how this is going to go? It could collapse.
Don't ask me rock music questions or I'm never coming
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you who is in the Rolling Stones or the Beatles. But I want to ask you this, because you are in government. Is this mask mandate the DOJ's purview? I mean, isn't it kind of, don't they have enough to do? Isn't the Department of Justice supposed to be doing like stuff that has to do with justice, not something that's on my face for like hygiene or sanitary or health reasons?
I mean, you'd think that they could spend time figuring out if Joe Biden took money from his son, who took money from the Chinese Communist Party.
Right.
Like, maybe that's an important thing to know. Listen, I'm sort of sad that they're going away at airports, only because people started, it was really funny, like people started wearing the Let's Go Brandon mask, which I always liked. I had one guy that got on my plane that had on a mask that said, "My mask is as useless as our president."
Wow.
I thought that was pretty good.
And that was Kamala Harris who was wearing it.
But for the left, there is no better way to virtue signal than the mask, right? Like, if we're all sitting here, how do you know if someone's a Democrat or Republican? I mean, maybe if they have on Birkenstocks, right? That's the only way to know. But other than that, it's like an immediate way of saying to you, I am a lib, right? I am lefty. Look at my mask.
Yeah,
and so that's why they want it. It's the ultimate virtue signal.
It is. I mean, that's how it's become like a bumper sticker on the back of a Subaru.
Yeah,
it says visualize world peace. And I don't want to say everybody wearing a mask is liberal or virtue signaling. There are obviously going to be people, Trey, that are like have immunocompromised type situations and illnesses, and maybe they're thinking they're doing you a favor. But it does seem to me that it's like it's now another arena where politics bifurcates, and you have to be in one side or the other, and then it kind of explodes from there into like a component of your life.
To me, it's inexplicable why they're doing it, though, politically, even if you have two sides. I have no idea why they do this when they know that most Americans are sick and tired of this. But I don't think it's about science. I think it's about control. They want to control, tell you what the hell you got to put on your face, what kind of pronoun you should use, and more. And it's certainly not about science. I mean, I can't believe the amount of people I saw walking around here in New York City today outside with masks on.
So bizarre.
And like, this is like wearing a condom to a public bathroom stall.
Well, I have.
Well, it's we'll get touch of that later. I know that's probably
will not touch on that.
I know that's a bad phraseology.
That is a being quite forward with the host.
To a public bathroom, sure, it's a dirty, filthy place.
Uh-huh.
But the condom's not going to protect you
unless
it did you.
Yeah, well, it was dark. So anyway, I don't know Tyrus, how are you? Everything good?
I was doing great till about 8 seconds ago.
It's weird.
Yes, it is weird.
Imagine if I went to Fox management and told them that I wanted everybody at Fox and Friends, I want to have bum fights on Fox and Friends. It's like, that's not my job. That's not my job. That's what?
That's the thing you say? Okay.
I would like to have bum fights on Fox and Friends. Bring bums on to fight. But it's like they go, Greg, that's not your role. You're a host of another show. That's like the Department of Justice.
Right.
The Department of Justice saying, no, we're going to look at them. No, that's not your job.
No.
What's so funny?
Because of all the things, you could have said anything like, I'm going to start booking guests on Fox and Friends. And they'd be like, Greg, you can't do that. You're not the booker. You're the host of 2 shows.
Yes.
You'd be like, oh, okay, so it's out of my purview?
Yes.
They would say, yes, Greg. But you, because you always go for the extra mile, decided bum fights. Okay, fine. But same thing. It's out of your purview. No matter how much you think it's great, it's out of your purview.
Your example was way better than mine. The booking thing was really clear.
But you wanted to say bum.
Wait, I hadn't thought about bum fights. Remember they had the DVDs?
Okay.
Bum fights?
All right, you know what? Okay, screw you, Gutfeld. I did one of those episodes, commentator. I was one of my first TV shows. Is that why you bring this up? Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Is that why you brought it up? Is that in your little folder?
No, it's
Give me
not.
your folder.
Give me my folder. No, because it's got other things in there.
Okay.
But I'll give you my... No, I didn't know. Did you really do bum fights?
Yes, I did. Well, it was a different show, but it was the same thing. Same exact thing, kind of, sort of. Anyways, it's just virtue signaling. Greg,
Yes.
And no further questions from me now. Son of a bitch.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Kat?
Yep.
Excellent acting in the skit today.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're a really good, angry white man.
Well, yes.
Good.
Yes, exactly.
It's always some rage I can channel.
Are you? Do you now implicitly judge people by like what Trey was saying? Like I walk up 6th Avenue because I'm a man of the people,
Right.
and I in my head I look and I go, why is that young person wearing a mask? Why is that? And I go, maybe they're just not following the science, or maybe they're sick, and it's none of my business. I don't give a. I'm a libertarian. You do whatever you want. You can wear 2 of them on your 10 on your face.
Yeah, I kind of don't, because I really just don't care. It's not really new. I have been watching people make different decisions about risk tolerance than the ones that I make my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
I like to have a good time.
Yeah.
Speaking of good time, I just flew in and I didn't have to wear a mask, and it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate it, but I hate them. But I don't care if anyone else does it. But I feel like there's people do you see people also like taking pictures on the plane with the mask? Like the ones that do wear the mask need to take the picture. I feel like it's like the new gym selfie.
Yeah, it's like
you can't just work out. You got to get the photo in the mirror. Like, I think I'm better than you, and I need to show you how much better.
Yeah, it's like
I
the people who take a picture of their food and then send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like great, good for
Or,
you.
you know what? The people that do the pictures where they're someplace exotic and you just see their feet. Yeah.
I would never do that without charging for it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Or every news anchor that wanted to show their guns, I'm thinking Cuomo,
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, I'm getting the vax, bro.
Yeah.
Sun's out, guns out.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like I'm getting the vaccine, and it just so happens I was
completely shirtless.
shirtless.
They didn't tell me I had to be, but I just thought to be safe.
Yes. Yes.
Just got out of the basement, sweating from the workout.
Take my pants off too.
Typical.
It is the time to remove the mask is free. I imagine it's what it's like when you take off a sports bra. Not a regular.
Actually, that's
You're
a really
on
good
fire.
comparison.
No, you know what? We're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a break. I feel like CNN Plus. I'm going down in flames. Up next, what's the Democrats' prognosis if their candidates have osteoporosis? Oh my God, where did that go?